service of their God in a de jure capacity, they're American state citizens. And as soon as they go out into the private from the public, they're state nationals. That's the difference. So that's it. Does that make sense? Okay. I keep thinking that over the years, the more I do this, the more videos that are out there, the more you guys watch them, we'll get less and less questions. That's not true. I've learned that. When and how did England and the USA accept canon law from the Roman Catholic Church? With the Masons. Really? Okay, that's when and how. Now, it says, if trust law comes from canon law, then how can 12 presumptions of the court also come from canon law? I know I haven't read the 12 presumptions yet, but you guys, if you don't get time, they're on hundreds of videos. Okay? How do they come from that canon law? Both good and evil has to disclose. Canon law has always regulated judiciary. Always. And they have to disclose. Does that make sense? That's how you get the 12 presumptions. How do I change my wife's last name? We just got married. It ain't up to you, it's up to her. Change it. And all you do is record it in the Bible with a couple of witnesses that you got married. And whatever name she puts on there, that's her right to put it on there. When you're married with God, without the state, you're one. When you're married with the state, you're three. I want you to know that. That is a very, very important thing. So you're one. So a lot of times I get questions like, we're both state nationals, but my husband doesn't want to give up his driver's license. Well, it affects you too. So you decide. When setting up a PMA and operating in the private, how does a PMA contract with an LLC or corporation? Because it's an entity. It's just a private entity. And as long as it's an entity, private, it can still contract with an LLC or corporation. It's still a business. It's just a business that operates in the private. Okay? Does that make any sense? Okay. Why does the military sign black ink? Because they're all dead and they expect them to be. If you're in the military, you're expendable. They sign in black ink, period. Does the LexisNexis say 50 state concealed carry? No. LexisNexis keeps track of U.S. citizens. If you do your job right, now, I want you to remember this. We do our AOR. Government has 180 days to put it in the system by law. I think they're behind sometimes. Sometimes it takes them longer. But they have up to 180 days to put it in the system. That's 6 months. 6 months is a very long time for a bunch of very impatient people who have made a decision to change their status because they're pissed off. 6 months is very long. So people want to do things during that 6 months, right? And they don't know if government's put it in the system or not yet. The ways to speed that up is get your passport after your AOR period is done. Okay, that's usually about 30 days to do an AOR. Doesn't have to be. It can be 23 if you're right on top of it. But it shouldn't be more than 30 days. Okay? If it takes more than 30 days, stop it. Get it done. It's one of the most important things you can do. Now, saying that, during that 6 months, you can order a LexisNexis report. And you get a free one based upon the Fair Debt Reporting Act. Okay? That gives you an opportunity to change things that are wrong in there. One of them is your status. If you are in the systems, all three, government's supposed to put you in all three databases. If you're in all three databases, you're going to get a message back from LexisNexis that you're not in the system. Now you know you're a state national. If they say you're not in the system, you're a state national, right off the bat. Right after you file the AOR, you can go get your passport. Okay? So no, it does not say 50 state concealed carry. The whole thing about Trump's TRB handbook and TRB checks and stuff, I just don't want to deal with. That's not my wheelhouse. What do the passport stars mean? They are a Department of Homeland Security risk assessment. That's it. 3's average. 5's about as safe as you can get. 1, well, they might be looking at you a little more closely. That's it. What if a divorced person can't get the ex to rescind the marriage contract? They don't have to. It only takes one. One person dissolves the contract. How do we get property back after it's been foreclosed on for non-payment of taxes and mortgages? Well, here we got a little problem. You should have did it all before. You didn't own it anyway. You might want to chalk it up to very expensive education. And none of you want to hear that, so I'll keep going. If you injure another party, you're at fault, which means if they've already sold your house at a sheriff's sale, and another man bought it, and he moved in, yes, it should have been your house, but you never owned it in the first place. The state did. Let me tell you something. You have to change your status. It's the most important thing there is. That establishes status. Standing is learning everything you need to know to take dominion. And jurisdiction, well, that's land, air, and water. And it all comes down to who owns superior title. So you should have fixed that first. Fix it first. Otherwise, chalk it up to very expensive education. I lost $9 million in real estate before I learned this stuff during the housing market crash of 07 and 08. $9 million. That's one heck of a college education. How do you get out of arbitration? You can't interfere in the obligations of contract. If you sign a contract that requires arbitration, you go to arbitration. No, I wouldn't. Unless it was inside of a PMA with other members. That's different. That was handled with the membership of the PMA. That's a good arbitration program. Other than that, I wouldn't sign a contract with a dead entity of any sort for arbitration. Because I'm not going to, let me tell you what it is. It's literally waiving, thank you. She said it right before I did. It's literally waiving your rights to sue. That's what it is. I'm a notary in California, and when I worked with a seller, they signed a grant deed. Is this the same as a grant deed in the land patent process? A grant deed is a grant deed, and California does not always do grant deeds. I've seen hundreds of warranty deeds. I'm glad you're signing grant deeds. That's not that common in most states. How do you get a mortgage without filing taxes? Ouch. You're thinking like a debtor. Okay. Do you understand Wells Fargo Bank branch is for debtors? But the Wells Fargo investment branch is for creditors? I want you to know that. I want you to know that. And I'm telling you this for a reason. The paperwork you sign, if you handle it before you sign a mortgage application, and you've done what we teach you to do all the way up to the end, when you need to buy a home, you don't need a mortgage at all, because you have your trust ability. Okay? You put it in your trust plan, and you tell your trustee, your co-trustee, hey, my family's growing, I need to upgrade my home. And you just go out, and the money's taken out of your trust, whatever you need to purchase a home. Like it is anyway, only they do it on the backside without telling you, and then they collect a management fee for a long, long time, 15 to 30 years, usually. This way, as soon as you sign your name, boom, it's funded, it's paid off. You don't have a mortgage. You got to quit thinking like a debtor, start thinking like a creditor. That's a mental flip for the most part. It really is. It takes a while. You don't even when you think you got it, sometimes you're going to 2 weeks later go, oh, wow, I did get it. Yeah. It's, and you'll keep running into that. It doesn't stop once. Really. It's a whole, you've been trained up all your life in this debtor system. You got to overcome all that training. And training is natural. You go through training, it starts to become like muscle memory. You know what muscle memory is? Okay. That's where something moves over there. I go like this, draw up, and I shoot it. I barely got a look. And it happens that fast. That's muscle memory. Okay? After a very unlawful traffic stop, I requested a bond and insurance. Said, well, what if they don't respond? They still respond. You've got to do your research. You've got to do your research. You've got to find out. It took us 1 year to find out who insured all the agencies in Oregon. And there's one company that insures them all. They insure everything within the state of Oregon. One company. All your counties in Montana are insured by a company called MACO, Montana Association of County something or others. MACO.
That's my question. I have to get leave Canadian.
I know you did. I knew it that day. What came out of us swearing in the grand jury on the morning of January 6th? That's a very good question. We swore in the grand jury. We had all the paperwork there. We had a thumb drive with a spreadsheet on it. We're at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We did it at 9:30 in the morning. And at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, President Trump's staff could add the names of everybody who accepted the vote, including Pence. And what that did is this. It put all those names into a sealed indictment. And they will act upon those indictments individually, per person, when the time is right. And some of them already have been. That's a beautiful thing. After you notice invoice 72, 30, 50, 10, how do you collect and get them to pay? Well, it depends who the them are. The attorney generals of the state are responsible for all the officers in the state. Okay? And if you've done your job properly, and you seek for summary judgment, and you've recorded it, and you do everything the way we tell you to do, so it's all by registered mail, it all becomes a court of record, and you've done it right,